What is up? It's Bridger Frederick. This is like the 10th time I've started recording this video because it's super easy apparently for me to record videos and share when I'm in an elevated state and I'm feeling great and I feel as though I've had, some revelatory thoughts or new actions that have made significant difference for me. But it's really difficult for me to share on days like today when I really struggled all day long. But for the sake of authenticity and just making this journey real, I'm trying to share those days as much as possible. Those, historically, if you've been following along for the 180-day challenge, those are the days that I often miss recording and don't share. So I'm here and just gonna try to, put it out there. Basically, I was struggling a ton today with pain. I went to get like a rotisserie chicken at Publix yesterday and they were sold out of all of them. So I just got like this organic protein shake and some like oatmeal bite cookies, which I knew, like healthy oatmeal bite cookies, gluten-free supposedly and everything, but I knew I don't eat shit like that almost ever, very, very rarely. And, it didn't upset my stomach that badly, but just a slight gut inflammation from whatever's in that isn't a whole food to my princess tummy causes like mild inflammation in my entire body. I mean, it really increases the back pain and nerve pain substantially. And then even though it's only, a slight increase in pain where I'm like what would normally be like a 4 or a 5 steady state pain sitting all day selling insurance, was like a 6.5 or a 7 sustained pain, like where, it's going up into a 7 is pretty extreme amount of like nerve pain and burning. It feels like I'm sitting on a stove or something. And it's really intense. And it was just that pain, what I'm noticing now, basically just it's like a signal that throws my mind into other, like panicked or fearful or shameful or guilty or whatever it is, negative, low end emotional thoughts. Like, because that's what I've been working on the most lately and been helping me the most in every aspect of my life is just observing the body's desire to kind of constantly turn you back to homeostasis, to whatever emotional set point you're used to. And I've realized this morning when I did a deep breathwork session in the sauna this morning, and it was really sad and also the happiest moment of my life, kind of, when I was sitting there realizing, like, in this deep state of just serene calmness where there's nothing, you breathe all the carbon dioxide off, shut down the prefrontal cortex, and are just in a state of like true silence. And you can hear the truth, whatever that means for you, whether you think it's God speaking to you, the universe, the divine mother, the divine father. I have no idea what the fuck it is, but you get truth. Whatever it is, it comes through very clearly. And I realized that I never felt safe for a single moment, basically almost in my entire life. Like truly safe. I always had a heightened level or like a static underlying fear of some sort. Unless I was completely engrossed in something. That's not to say there's times I never I wasn't thinking about my safety. I wasn't worried about it necessarily, but there's never a time when left my own devices, just sitting, with my own thoughts, that I felt just 100% content and safe with no fear, anxiety, worry at all. No looming underpinning fear of death or not succeeding or something. I don't know exactly what the fear is. I haven't gotten to the bottom of that, but it was like this sad moment of like, wow, that's, and I was just like, how many other people feel this way? And it's obviously a ton, because it's where, certainly the root of addiction and consumption comes from. And that's, what I was also realizing, because I deleted YouTube yesterday or the day before. Not gonna say how long I'm gonna delete it for, but I just need zero video content in my life at all. But I still managed to convince myself that one podcast today would be okay. And I started a podcast. I listened to this podcast. It was a great podcast with this like wolf scientist person on Joe Rogan. Perfect distraction. Keeps me at work while I'm just sending off marketing text messages and stuff. Like, it's a perfect distraction podcast from that pain that was going on. But it just was causing more and more anxiety. And then, so I'm connecting this all together. I'm kind of rambling here, but I promise it's coming back together. So they kept giving me more anxiety. I was like, I need to sit with my thoughts. I just need to not fucking distract myself with anything at all. No more consumption. Output's fine. Distraction by creativity and output, that's fine. Input, I just have overloaded my brain with shit for the last so many years of social media and podcasts and books and everything that I just need to either output or just let it stew. In that, I remembered this moment in the sauna this morning where I was like in this feeling of complete safety and just relaxation, and realizing that God or the universe or the collective consciousness, I don't fucking know what it is, the Divine Mother, Divine Father, whatever you think it is, I don't know what it is. I can't even begin to theorize. The further I get, the more confident I am that there is something, but the less confident I am that I will ever be the one to know what that thing is. I think that's insane to think, because it's so far beyond my comprehension. But whatever it is was just like giving me this clear message of like, these thoughts and this distraction is blocking, like letting me in, letting this trust in. That's where the safety comes from, is just giving up, completely surrendering and just letting go of control. And it's, to a person like me, God, I look like I have a fucking grandma haircut. What the hell is this? But anyways, to a person like me, that's really difficult. I am just constantly seeking control and, dominion over my world to alleviate these base survival emotions that I was trained to operate in my whole life. And it's such a waste of time. It just sucks. It doesn't work. And I forgot that again for most of the day. And to be honest, I think I'm only remembering it now as I'm recording like this. I don't plan out what I'm going to say in these. I just, was not sharing because I was feeling beat down today and just like I didn't have anything to say. But then apparently when I thought about it, I did have, a little something to say that, and now I kind of lost track of what I was talking about. But the point is, the overall point is, you got to just quiet your mind and let whatever it is out there in. Sorry, there's like some weird traffic dynamics going on right now. People swerving in and out of lanes that completely distracted me, and then the hair thing distracted me as well. Anyways, the quieting down of your thoughts and allowing whatever it is out there to just take it away, take the lead, and let whatever happens happen, and just trust that as long as you do the most important thing in this moment, and you just constantly, I have not been a person of values, I've been working towards that for a long time, but I had everything inverted. I had everything backwards and wrong since childhood. And I had such this fucking stupid idea that, it didn't matter what I thought inside me, or, how I acted when I was alone or no one was looking. I intuitively knew it mattered, But, I never cared about any of that because I only cared about what other people thought about me. I was just I wasn't making choices based on them being the best choices. I was making choices based on other people's perception of me and whether or not like they would know I had done something. And I didn't consciously do this. I can only see it now, how often I did that and how just fucked it was. But I'm off topic. Like I said, not the greatest day in my books. It started out great. I was just, yeah, in a lot of pain throughout the whole day, and I left work a little bit early. I left at 7 o'clock just so I can go stand and stretch and honestly just pop some GABA, hopefully, and maybe some melatonin, and just pass out and reconvene early tomorrow morning to crush the rest of the week and everything. But I hope that there was some little nugget in there for someone. Like I've said repeatedly in this last few weeks of making these videos, please don't discard the woo-woo shit. It's just fucking dumb. Just go with it and, believe things until, take on thoughts and believe them until they prove to be wrong. I'm telling you, like, the thinking of the world as a simulation, kind of, or a place that's intelligently created for you, and you are a spiritual being, kind of in, a parallel dimension, or in heaven, or in the spirit world. I don't know, but thinking about the world that way, just try it as a thought experiment, and then start seeing, like, try to really believe it. Believe that you're a spiritual being that lives eternally elsewhere, and a part of that being is trapped inside this meat suit and living in this world with the sole intention of learning lessons in spiritual progression. Just try that theory on for size in your life and just start testing it against reality and against what you see. And it just explains a lot of things very nicely, and it just makes you feel better. And for me, it just makes everything make way more sense, especially reconciling some of the experiences and things that I've seen on psychedelics. And I just keep testing the hypothesis, at how it makes me perform at work. Do I perform better at work? Do I perform better in my relationships? Do I work out harder? Do I love myself more? Do I feel more comfortable and happy and enjoyable most of the time? Like, that's my criteria for a good idea. I don't know anything about anything. The world is super confusing these days. Everyone I trust gives online and in life flips their opinions and gives me conflicting information, and two people I trust equally believe completely fucking opposite things all the time. Like, I have no idea what information is and isn't true, and you might be in the same boat. And we've all put, all our eggs in the science religion basket. We've turned science into a religion, and yeah, that's failing us as a religion. I think it needs to be a practice and a tool that we use in companionship with religion and spirituality. I don't know why things have to exist mutually exclusive of each other. It doesn't make any sense, especially when neither of them kind of contradict each other. When you get really granular and down into it, neither of them can disprove the other one. So that probably means they're both true. But anyways, that's it for day number 99, I believe. But I will be back stronger and better than I was today. Tomorrow, yeah, like I said, I don't think it was anything, major as far as, I don't think anything was much different with my body as far as pain goes, other than just eating a slightly not whole food diet. I think it just rapes the inside of my body and creates inflammation and nerve pain. If you're having inflammation and nerve pain or just pain in your body in general, I'm telling you, fast. And if that's appropriate for you, you know, I don't know who listens to this podcast, but I'm paralyzed and talking about paralysis. So if you're quadriplegic or something, or if whatever you are, and if you are having trouble eating and, you know, not keeping on weight, obviously don't fast at all, you know, and seek fucking way better guidance than me in what to do. But anyway, so the point is, if fasting is on the menu for you, or you know, take everything else off the menu and fast, because it really helps with pain if you're struggling with it. And then if you can't fast, you know, eat whole foods. Just eat meat, very well cooked vegetables, squash, and fruit. I don't know if I mentioned that. Meat, fruit, vegetables. And you'll feel a tremendous difference. I almost guarantee if you're eating processed foods, you'll feel a very tremendous difference in your pain pretty dang quickly. It might take, you know, it might take a couple weeks. It definitely took a couple weeks for me because I had severe gut problems. You know, I was basically like shitting blood for like 2 or 3 hours a day for a couple years. I mean, it was really, no matter, and I was trying every diet you can imagine. I was having the most severe gastrointestinal fuckery you can ever imagine. It was just constant misery all day, every day. Nothing worse has ever happened to me at all. I would take paralysis, I would take rhabdomyolysis, I would take never-ending nerve pain, I would take, okay, the only thing I wouldn't take, I would not take a headache. I'm a bitch when I get a headache. I hate headaches. That's actually maybe worse. Toothache as well. Toothaches and headaches, maybe worse than tummy pain. But other than that, fucking stomach pain is bullshit. And so all I'm saying is it might take a couple weeks to suss out what is, you know, what foods are really causing the inflammation. I got to the point where the only things I ate was ground beef, ribeye steaks, beef liver, and blueberries, avocados, and occasional banana and cucumbers. For like months, that was all I ate. And for, you know, almost for years, that was primarily my diet. But for, oh man, you can't see me at all. That's better. But for, you know, the first month or two, there was a month or two where I just ate a pure carnivore diet. I think that's a path that is worth going now, especially if you want to lose weight and stuff. But it was kind of intense for my digestive system as well. It did, you know, I have to attribute it being the thing that kind of kicked off the cure for me. But yeah, you know, everyone's different. That's the thing. That's the other thing, one of the many things with all of this health and diet and, you know, really specific type of advice that people give, where, you know, do this because I'm doing it, it worked for me. Is fucking, there's so much variance between human beings and situations and where you're at, and like the water supply that you have, and the access to the foods that you're eating, and, you know, the cleaning chemicals that you're using, the fucking cocktail of drugs that you're on, and the family history and the genetic profile of, you know, we've done this crazy thing where we just, because it's racist to think people are different, that we're just like trying to lump all humans in the same genetic category. There's no way that someone who's like 40 generations in from India is supposed to eat the same diet that I'm supposed to eat, who's numerous generations in from you know, Scandinavia and Northern Europe. There's no possible way that the, you know, our bodies are supposed to eat the same things. It doesn't make sense. Where we wouldn't have had some sort of genetic or epigenetic or whatever you want to call it change in the few thousand years or hundreds of years in which our ancestors lived in one place. You know, even 5, 6, 7 generations, even a few weeks of eating a certain diet changes my body and changes what it can tolerate and everything. So generation after generation of eating the same thing and birthing people and them eating the same thing, you know, it can't be, you know, it doesn't all have to be tailored, or it doesn't make sense that you're just able to listen to someone online and figure it out. I certainly wasn't able to. I tried everyone's everything. Every fucking person that I listened to that said they cured themselves, I tried what they did, and you know, exactly what they did, copied it identically, and it absolutely helped sometimes, but never fully worked in the way that they described. So that's it. That's it for the night. I'm signing out. Hope that that reached someone. Thank you so much if you're still here for that rambling video. I really appreciate it. And my love goes out to you if you are in chronic pain or whatever. You know, I hope that you get some relief today. I hope that, you know, you take a few minutes and just quiet down your mind and go into that pain. Go into where it hurts and take your mind and put your mind in the pain and just experience it. Increase the pain, decrease the pain, because, you know, if you go in and you're experiencing that pain and you can make it hurt more with your mind, you can also make it hurt less. And it's just learning to control it. Easier said than done, though. Lots of love. Peace. We'll see you tomorrow.